Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Regen here. Welcome back to PlanetZoo Console Edition. Without further ado, let us continue on with our career mode. Yeah, that's what we were doing. We did the... let's see. Where were we at? Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to PlanetZoo Console Edition. We are continuing on our career mode, and without further ado, let us begin.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose.
I like to move it,
They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in a right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
So, are you saying you're gonna die?
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
I'm still in the cutscene, girl. What are you talking about? Alright, there I go. Alright, let's go see the lemurs.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Massaoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Uh-huh. Look at you. Oh, there you go. Turn right to the light. That's what we like to see. With them yellow eyes. Oh, okay. Alright, that's enough of you. Where are we going now? Over here.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvelous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in. And they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
I mean, I did have the other lemurs, but...
Aren't they just incredible?
He has the face of wisdom.
When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Bonobos.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
Okay.
Good. Now open the animals tab.
I'm in the animals tab.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement sharpish. Go into the staff tab of the browser. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet.
I hired one, but where's the bonobo? Where'd he go?
Great. Now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Okay.
Then press call vet to... Yep, you guessed it. Call the vet over to capture it.
Hey, but he just wanted some food.
Okay, that's the relief. So
Try
while the
running in
vet
terror.
deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
He was hustling to make it all the way over here.
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously.
Whoops.
Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Yeah. Alright, delete the broken barrier. Alright, let's see. You. Alright, there we go. Edit. Oh, there we go. Delete it.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in. Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unboxed those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I just did both sides and not.
And then open the Animals tab.
Alright, fine. I won't, fix the thingy. I was gonna fix the thingy, but I guess not.
Finally, use unbox all animals to let them out. I expect some of them are bursting for the toilet. So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Head into the staff tab of the browser again.
I already did that.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Okay.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly. And more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
See.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Now, select the building to add it to it. Oh, but that won't place it just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research center so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
It looks so ghetto, but okay.
Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research center, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Pop open the access menu, head into zoo management, then go to the vet research section. Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, assign your vet to the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Where's the lemur? I'm not blind. Where's the lemur? Oh, I too ahead of the game, and now I gotta sit here and do... No. We can tell lemur icon. Where is the lemur? Oh, I got run button. Got it. That'll do it. That'll do it. I like how I just put her on the... Okay, ringtail. That's what you want.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights. First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Alright. This is a good spot right here, beside this bench. You want 2 education boards? Or there's already one right there. Or am I putting one there? No. Yes. Oh, you want me to delete that one. Got it. Oh, you want me to delete those and put those there. Got it. Got it. Sir, I am focused about you. Alright. Oh, you want me to put TVs there. Never mind. Alright, facilities, constructions. Projection screen. I'm guessing that's what these are. Oh. Jesus, why is that so big? That's small. Is that what I need, a projection screen? Oops. Didn't mean to place that down. My bad. Alright, yeah, let me... I see where you're telling me to go now. Just let me delete this first. Alright. I just had these.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Kinda odd you don't let me to delete the previous one, but okay.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
Are we sure about that?
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Okay, well, let's put you right next to the steins, then over here.
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
Thanks, Dilly. Fantastic.
Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. Head back into the vet research area to take a look at their findings.
Okay.
Go on, collect your research rewards.
I did.
Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel. Next, pop over to the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need
They also
quite
got
a
too much
lot
sand,
more
girl.
climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Okay, what's the... That's not there. Okay, so we go into habitat. What do you want me to build one? Oh, think see it? Oh, that must be the blueprint right there. Okay, never mind. I'm about to say, I know you ain't trying to make me build right now. I ain't prepared for that. Outside placement area. What do you mean? I'm in the placement area. Unless you want it down here.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them.
No,
They're
it
going
ain't.
to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Yeah, we can greatly do that, but first I wanna fix this. Cause this is where it was gonna go. I think it makes sense for these long pegs over here to be there, and then we come over. Let's see. Do we need to lower you down some? Yeah, we need to lower you down some. Because we ain't trying to have flotation. And whoops, I didn't mean to back out that soon. There we go. That's slowly better.
Lovely. Now select the Animals tab. So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them.
I see.
Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
No, not the wisdom monkeys.
I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and
Oh, that was
select
just-
him, please. You can go through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier,
That
go
was
to
just
the
by
animals
luck.
tab in the habitat information panel, and find him in the animals list.
That was such luck that I just happened to click on the one that was named him.
I know,
Okay.
it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile.
Okay.
Excellent work
That sounded weird
You've
how you
definitely
worded
got
it, but
potential,
okay.
you know.
Are we going somewhere else now?
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
Okay, I'm here.
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap. Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
$500. Jesus.
Just
Expensive.
as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Select the exhibit to send it there.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off.
We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Head over to the exhibit's information panel.
As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research.
Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Open the Climate tab.
Here, you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So open up the Windows tab.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
I feel like maybe it's better to not have the look at each other? Whatever's in that other part? Okay, facilities. I mean, I don't want to intrude on the viewing experience. Do you want two? I got two. Okay, I put one down. Heal. Nope. Mandrill. Wait, what? I did. He doesn't show up for them. I gotta do movie. Let me see. Maybe I gotta move you. Alright, well, put you over here. How about that? No, still not there. What is it? Is it? Or am I putting down the wrong type of thing? Oh. Doi, 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 doi. Ignore me. Ignore my slowness. Alright. I'm gonna put two down. Because I can. Are you floating? No, you're not. Well, when you get over here, you kind of are. Maybe you're
Just
not.
like the education boards and speakers we put down for the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll need to link these to the Gila monster. Go on. Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
So you want me to build more things? Okay. I just got free reign, I guess. Okay, so let's see what we can do. I mean, there's something over here we can do. The zoo has been closed for a long time. Did they close the zoo down? Or something? I don't know. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? Well, first of all, let's look at the animal market. Let's see what you got. There's tapirs, bonobos, or bonobos. A hippopotamus, probably too big. Lemurs. Chimpanzee. I mean, what animals do we... What animals do we currently own? We have bonobos, orangutans, a roach. Ew. Oh, we do got hippos. Okay. Hippos, mandrills, lemurs. I mean... I can adopt another hippo, because that social is kind of low. And... no, we're good on orangutans. Okay. And I'm pretty sure they don't really count those. But, you know. You're not the best genes, but... Where are the hippos at? Over here? No. You have hippos. So I'm assuming they live somewhere nearby. Oh, they live over here. Okay. And where are they currently? There's one right there. Okay. Hello, you. What is your name? Atanya. And yeah, your social is a little low. Or is it your space? Maybe space. But I added another one, because why not? Alright, so after Alright, so after some debates and stuff, we have came to the conclusion. We bought some, well, I can show you actually. So if we look in our animal med, we adopted a tapir, even though I'm pretty sure their social size is going to be needing an increase. We also got ourselves we got some frogs for the exhibit. We got some iguanas for an exhibit. And we also bought ourselves a chimpanzee, two chimpanzees as so we're going to be building habitats for those two and two exhibits for the other two. I'm ready. Now cue the speed run.
Now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Go on, get to it.
Okay, so I have come. I don't need any of those closed. We can open those. And that's fine right there. We'll just do that. I kept things basic. I wasn't going to extreme. This is only career mode. When we do our own franchise, we'll take more care into the things. But this is the enclosure I made for the chimpanzees. This was just on the thingy. I don't know. This counts as both hard shelter and climbable stuff. And I also added a few trees with some climbing bridges. Again, I wasn't getting too detailed, too specifics. Over here we have the tapirs. It says their hard shelter is a little too small, but I do not care at this time. Everything is functional right now. We just have to take care of some needs apparently. You see a staff alert. I know. Okay, so that's about the thingy because I accidentally put this forager up here. Which I don't want that. I want this one specifically. Would be nice. And I don't think that's going to let me, so I'll take care of that off camera. Okay, and what's the other issue? Zoo alerts. We got research completed. Okay, good enough. We can tell Lemur is good. We got that going. So what's the other currency? Increase the average habitat things to 90%. Okay, we can do that. 84 currently. I think y'all are mainly good because y'all were decent. Yeah, y'all at 90%. Y'all are good. And how about our tapirs? Wherever they may be at. Right there. I did put one-way glass. I wasn't sure if they were shy or not. They're at 81. Okay, how can we improve y'all? Okay, give y'all better hard shelter. I can do that. And I know your other thing is that y'all do not like my plant choices. Y'all are going to like my plant choices. Okay. So let's take care of the habitat part. Since they want a little bit more shelter. I'm just gonna do that. And I had leaf bedding for that other one, but I'm gonna do this bedding instead. So if we hit play, so I can update a little. What are y'all currently at now? Nope. Come on. Stop moving. 76. Alright, what's your other issue? Cleanliness. Alright, we can get that going. Let's slow you time down a little bit. Habitat's a disease risk. Yeah, no, I already got a keeper being called for it. So do the plants take into effect? I know y'all socials a little. Okay, y'all want a little bit more space and a little bit better nutrition. That'll probably help it if we just get better food. Let's see. Who's at the desert? Yeah, y'all. I already have a keeper being called. Don't worry. And we have a... Alright. Alright, let's take care of some things and BRB.
Lovely job there. You should be proud of yourself. Not only have you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as...
Well, there appears to be no more objectives, so I assume we are done with this. I'm about to call it map. Is it a map? Probably a map. We're done with this location. Let's just say that. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next part, wherever that may take us. We're gonna... I guess I should be that before I fully leave. So, I couldn't figure out what was on their welfare, because they kept saying space, but they had no space. It turns out they just wanted some water. So, I just expanded their cage. I'm not going to fix that. That is outside my mind. Oh look, hippo. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See y'all in the next one. Let me go figure out how the heck I'm gonna edit this.